Hey guys, Philip here, Crowdfund Junkie, here with Poncho, my boy. Poncho is a newbie to the CES show. I told him I was coming this year, and he was all like, I'm going. And I was like, yeah, you coming. And
I didn't know what to expect.
But thank God you came, because Poncho has become the new producer of Crowdfund Junkie. Because if it was up to me, man, I'd just be walking around with a big old grin on my face and buying up shit.
But the crazy part is, it's going amazing. It's going way. I don't know what to expect. I never dived into the tech side, but knowing you and how many gadgets you got, and then coming to this, it just made so much sense why we started Crowdfund Junkie though.
I agree. I was actually really surprised coming here. Didn't know what to expect, the feedback and like what people would think. But when we hit the Xbot Park,
oh man,
right? And if you remember last year, that's when I got the dishwasher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so they had me be a beta tester, and so I showed up and they had this big ass box sitting there and said, "Oh, there's your unit." And I was just stuck there going, and how am I getting that out of here and back to LA? So it was a fun experience. But so we went back to Xbot Park. That was our first stop over at the Venetian, right, man? Oh my God. It was pretty overwhelming how welcoming they were. And not to sound like, because my goal was never to be, I don't want to be an influencer.
Yeah.
I want to be a crowdfund junkie and expose the good and the bad. And they were like, we were taking pictures with them.
And I think that's what was eye-opening. It was much needed in the world, I think. And you said it first, right? Who's talking about the bad interviews, right? And for people to respond that quickly and so fluently, we maybe had one little iffy, I don't know yet, but everybody else was so welcoming, man. As a content creator, you don't have to be...
That was Aiko, who I've backed a bunch of times, who's got amazing but they've got kick-ass shit, though. Their tech is amazing. I bought the very first, the translator earbuds, and they deliver. They're really cool. But what was really fun is that I had my Ray-Bans on the whole time. So I'm like, you want to be on Crowdfund Junkie? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I went,
but that's why I'm telling this guy, this is the first time people are even hearing about it.
Yeah.
Imagine a whole year of content and creating and interviewing people, because what you only have 2 so far.
2 that I didn't like either.
But this is what I'm trying to tell this guy. Content takes time. Great things take time. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Practice, and we got a lot of practice in today. This whole week has been amazing, and we did over 5+ interviews this week. So
no kidding. 2 more days.
It's gonna be really cool to see where this goes.
I'm gonna cry when it's over. Yeah, you'll see.
My legs. I thought I was kind of fit, but my legs are shot.
And this show actually is smaller than last year, which is amazing. Oh, yeah. And it's not super crowded, which is really cool. Last year, I remember it being a lot more crowded. It was just ass to elbows, and I was like...
But this is honestly the biggest trade... Is it a trade show?
It's the biggest trade show in Vegas.
Really took me on a Tesla tour. The tunnel.
The loop.
To get to the other side of the convention.
The Tesla loop.
Tesla loop.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta check that out.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Even though I'm not a Tesla guy. But it was pretty cool.
The experience was great.
Yeah, no kidding. So today we're going to go down one of the biggest kind of pet peeves I have. And I like the company. I supported them last year. They were here at CES last year. Halliday. A lot of people know Halliday because they've been marketing a lot. And they're the AI glasses. It's got a ring that goes with it, controls, that. Anyway, they had a problem with the tortoise shell frame, but the black frame they didn't. So I guess they shipped a lot of the black frame out, and I believe the response has been pretty good. But it's weird because this year they're not in the quote-unquote like CES show. They're in the listing, but they're at the resorts. So they're at resorts at a hospitality suite. So we're going to hit that first. Well, first we're going to hit breakfast because I'm hungry. But then we're going to hit Halliday. And yesterday, it's nice though. I like the fact that we can still smoke cigars in Vegas. And we watched the Laker game and shit. So I'm not a Vegas fan, to be quite honest. I don't gamble. I don't drink. Pretty boring. But we had a good time. Just, mocktails and cigars, baby. That's it's it. But this show is really exciting in the fact that the response for a lot of the people that we have coming up, right? Yeah. What's cool is that, the episodes that we're going to shoot, none of them have actually started their Kickstarter yet. Yeah. So we're going to follow them from even before they start Kickstarter to launching it, to the progression of it, and then all the way through to completion.
The interesting part about the show is how it's going to grow. I think I'm into the crowdfunding crowdfund junkie side of things, right? Like just crowdfunding. I know of Kickstarter, but knowing you get to a whole nother level of like opening up this new world. So me as a fan of just art and seeing all these tech stuff, and I'm pretty new to the tech. Like I don't keep up with too much of it, but now that I'm introduced to it, I think it's going to be amazing to grow with some of these companies because the relationships you built with some of these people are amazing. You had a couple of people walk up to you.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
From last year, like
I was really shy.
Really cool.
Because I have new teeth too now. I'm like, how they even recognize my ass? Because I look, and I was heavier. It was like 30 pounds.
Yeah. Cool thing about the show, you're in this fan connection with the clients and the companies. So
thanks, man.
That's one dope thing, and then it's the whole concept of like the business side of it is just going to be amazing. So that's why I said next year is just going to be even crazier.
And how about you? What's cool is you're getting exposed to like all the artists. For those of you who don't know, Pancho is my tattoo artist. He's also the artist of our sneaker company, Rebrand Soul, and he's also an artist. And they have some really kick-ass tech, like some of those tablets that, you know, some of the pens that they have cut down now. Like,
remember we were walking yesterday and I was like, man, I hear about the art TVs and I'm like, why don't just have a big screen where we could just draw art anywhere, and then 20 minutes later, there it was. And that's the amazing thing about, as an artist, we're always having these creative ideas. And then now connecting our ideas with visuals, with tech, actually developing these new tech stuff. That's the part that I never really dived into. So that's what I'm saying. This has been very eye-opening.
We're also crossing over because Crowdfund Junkie, you know, was born to be the sort of the sleuth, you know, the detective of crowdfund campaigns. And quite honestly, you know, 95% of them are legit, you know? Even when we were talking to the guys over at Rolling Square, which is, they're phenomenal. And they're going to be on I love Rolling Square. And as a matter of fact, they gifted us those lanyards. I got to put it on. What was really cool with that is that we're now crossing over to a lot of guys that aren't like Insta360. Like they don't do Kickstarter, they don't do crowdfunding, but they're really dope in the sense of their content creation.
Yeah.
And so they've got a whole program that we were talking about where we're going to sign up to be creators on using their tech.
Yeah.
So long as you are producing a certain amount of content using their stuff, it's like two,
Very
and if it's really good, they start flying you around. So how cool would it be to get the opportunity to go to Norway to see, or go to China and actually be involved with the manufacturing, you know, because as a backer, dude, it's like, I want to know that this shit's legit. And the truth is, my argument from day one was those guys that do not want to be on the show, because it's not a matter of like how many viewers I have or whatever, because in time, you know, start getting these guys that have 400 backers, 2,000 backers. Those backers then become subscribers and they become future backers of other projects coming out. You know what I mean? So you build that community up where we have a trusted group of vetted creators, because a lot of the creators, they'll do one thing, like how about Xnote, man? Xnote? Dude, I love those guys. Omar and the boys.
And I think that's one thing I think you guys need to stay tuned with and just follow Phil's story and relate to everything else. Just crowdfunding, because he literally has relationships that you guys could see genuinely with some of these companies. And then it's going to be amazing to see this year. Like, it's going to be dope.
I think we'll have fun.
Was
I'm enjoying it. Dude, I love CES anyway. So I'm like, shit, we can have some vibes. I was just looking at some of the B-roll as I'm walking around. It's like this shit. I look like I'm 13 years old, man. I got this. Well, I don't look like 30.
One thing I learned is not try to keep up with this guy. I'm like 5 steps behind him because I'm like, yeah, he's on a different level.
I keep checking in on him.
Yeah.
Pancho, you all right? Yeah? Yeah. But even matter of fact, you were going to go tat last night. I'm like, dude, till the end of the show, see how you're feeling. I think I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah. And that's a cool thing. I think it's turning out to be better than what I like coming in without expectations, because I know these type of things open up doors, like you said, like meeting people. Now we potentially created a whole nother lane, like the potential art licensing deal.
How about
the, you know,
Kaleidoclock?
Cool. Yeah.
Kaleidoclock was one of the first things I backed ages ago, and it sits in my office, and everybody that comes in, it's like, whoa, what's that?
You gotta look at it.
And you can get your art curated. You know, there's a curator, just got to animate the art, and then you can get your stuff up on clocks all over the world, because it it rotates.
Yeah, and
Oh, it's
that's a great example of why the show is going to be so amazing, because a lot of things are like that. You introduce the world, and then things usually fall into place together. Like me as an artist, like I came in as just a friend. Hey, I think you should, because I seen how passionate he was about crowdfunding, and
crowdfund junkie's your fault. You're like, dude, you got to do this.
how many
150.
just on Kickstarter. So
Yeah.
I was like, bro, story alone, and it's like now everything else is just gonna fall into place, you know.
I think so.
I think it's gonna be amazing.
I love having you on board, dude. It's been really a fun ride so far,
It's
man.
cool to create together.
It is.
That's the amazing part of like just living. It's like when you get to find somebody genuine and like have a relationship and create together, can't really go wrong.
And if any of you need a tattoo, he'll fly out.
Got you guys.
Yeah, he's amazing. You don't have to deal with pretentious tattoo artists. That's one thing that I gravitated immediately to. I'm like, you're a tattoo artist? Because you have like zero ego. You should have bigger ego, but you don't have any ego. So I learned from you, for sure. Yeah. Dude, that's rad.
We're trying to build
I like it. World. Yeah. So that's it, man. We're going to go hit day 3 of CES 2026.
Where are we going now?
We're going to go eat. And then we're going to go check out Halliday and see if we can find out where the hell my tortoise shell glasses are. It was kind of cool, though, because, you know, one of the buns was Flotica. She corrected me. So Flotica is that kind of AI pen that records in your meetings and then gives you synopsises at the end of the day, like summaries, all that. And it's been, you know, a while since they did their last update. I always tell creators, I don't give a shit if you don't have anything to say. Post monthly so that they know there's a pulse. Like right now, Grohl, and it's pissing me off. That's that boxing one. And man, they're all like, they're in Austin, Texas. So I might be flying out there, but they've got activations demoing the thing like in New York and all over. And I've messaged them like 4 times because they were actually interested in being on the show. They said, hey, we want to be on Crowdfund Junkie. And I think their last update was a month and a half ago, and they have not responded to any of my messages. Just to say, and it's going to be interesting because I hope I didn't get screwed on that one, because that one was like $2,400. So that would suck. But I'm optimistic.
Expose people, right? We're trying to.
No, but we want people to be responsible.
Yeah.
Comes down, and that's like with anything, man.
I don't know about the other story that you had with, I think you mentioned it a couple of times already. You felt passionate about the creator creating something. She couldn't really fulfill it all the way.
Oh, yeah. Just recently.
Yeah. So
that was a single pod coffee machine. Her commitment was to get rid of pods. So you didn't need pods to create this coffee. Even the guy that created the pods, you know, the K-Cups, he regrets it. He regrets ever creating it because he didn't never realize that you're going to have like 6 billion or however many K-Cups that are non-recyclable. You can't recycle those things unless you take them apart. And so, she came out with this concept, which I thought was brilliant. It wasn't expensive, maybe under $200, I think, was the backing of it. But she communicated constantly, and she gave up the campaign. And unlike anything I've ever seen in all the years I've been doing this, she wrote this long post explaining the journey and how it affected her health. Either she was a phenomenal bullshit artist, which I don't think. I know she wasn't, you know, because she invested a lot of her own money. A lot of people think that, you know, it's just Kickstarter, right? We did that thing, remember, on Turbo Brew, which, if you're watching Turbo Brew, I'm still drinking it, love it. Turbo Brew only raised like, what, 20 grand? Well, a prototype to do Turbo Brew is like $50,000. So you have to understand that the money that is being raised on Kickstarter, and this is more for the creator side as well as the backer, is that you have to watch the numbers. And if you see that the number, that's a lot of times I'm not like the first person to jump in and back something, you know, because if he new that's never done it before, you want to make sure that they've got enough numbers to justify what they're trying to produce. If they're trying to produce something that's really super expensive and never been done before, and they have 200 backers and they've only raised 20 grand, well, where are they going to get the other $180,000 just to make it to the next step? So that's one thing that I warn people watch out for. But this poor woman, man, it was affecting her health. And then even the comments, the responses, most of them were pretty positive. I haven't checked them recently. I was the second guy to respond to her. And I said, health comes first. I don't mind the $200 from day one, man. You want something that's a guaranteed sale, you go to Amazon or you buy from, you know, a department store or whatever. And that's it. But Kickstarter is a journey and it's a gamble, which is perfect for Vegas, man, because that's what it's about. It's like, don't back something unless you're willing to lose it.
And you could take that to life. That's everything, right? You got to try. That's the hardest thing in life.
You don't.
Failing is part of it, and you know,
The goal is to die knowing that you tried everything that's where the bucket list thing comes from.
Yeah, man.
It's like life's too short. Go out and do it, man. But I'm getting hungry, so we're gonna jam. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.
all right, y'all.